Hi everybody. Well, hey everybody. Hello. Meow, meow, everybody. Meow, everybody. Happy Meowloween, everyone. Hi there. And welcome to the spooky cemetery, where today we're gonna be doing something special for the scary holidays. You already know it from the title of the video, but today we are going to be ranking Halloween candy, and I am very excited because I love candy. I eat a lot of it, I eat too much of it, but today I'm getting paid to do it, so it is a good day. Before we get started though, I really need a table of some sort, so I'm gonna head over to the spooky crypt over yonder. So here I go. Table. Plop. Since it's candy season, I wanted to do a video where I reviewed classic Halloween candy, ranking them from best to worst. So I went out to the store in search of those assorted Halloween candy packs so I could make sure and get some iconic candies to rank. Unfortunately, at the grocery store, their selection was pretty slim. They had enough if you wanted to get some candy for your home or to hand out on Halloween, but not enough if you're doing an extensive candy review. So then I went to Target, and I was very quickly overwhelmed with options. Ton of different bags, and the problem I was having was trying to get a little bit of everything without getting too much of one thing. Because there's overlaps with these different bags of candies, and I didn't want to be stuck with, 200 little Hershey bars. I'm not gonna eat that. But I think I ended up with a pretty good selection of candy. Not everything is gonna be here, but a pretty decent selection, around $100 worth of candy, so we've got a lot of work to do. Let's get started. Okay, there is too much candy for there to be too much rhyme or reason to this. Let's just dive in. First thing I got, it's a variety pack. I guess they're all variety packs. 80 snack-sized pieces of Kit Kat, Whoppers, and Milk Duds. Out of these three, I can say I'm most experienced with the Kit Kat and least experienced with Milk Dud. How am I gonna open this? All right, I've got a Kit Kat, I've got a Whoppers, I've got a Milk Duds. I'm just gonna try all of them and then share my opinions after I'm done. Okay, so this bag is pretty easy. Kit Kat is a top tier candy, crispy wafers in milk chocolate. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna be laying these candies out from best to worst, so Kit Kat is already in the right position, the best so far. Second place, I would put Whoppers. I have a lot of fond memories of eating Whoppers. My dad and I used to like buying those ones that came in the milk cartons, so that's a fun memory. I haven't eaten them in a while. Better than I'd expect. For those that don't know, they are malted milk balls, so a milk chocolate coating. The inside is like a hard milk chocolatey substance. I don't know what it is. Malt, it's malted milk. Pretty good, I'll give it second place. Milk Duds, I didn't even really remember what a Milk Dud was. It is just chocolate and caramel, much like a Rolo, but not quite as good as a Rolo, so third place. And I'm assuming this is gonna stay towards the lower end of my scale. On to the next bag. Ooh. This is the Trolley and Friends 100 count variety pack. Sour Bright Crawlers Mini, Sweet Tarts Mini Chewy, Sour Gummy Crunchers, Lemon Head, Sour Bites, Fruits, and Nerds. I'm familiar with some of these, not so familiar with others. Here I go. Okay, this is a pretty interesting array of candy here. Something that's a little frustrating when shopping for Halloween candy is that it seems like there are chocolate packs and there are fruity packs. You don't find a lot of crossover that mix the two. I needed to make sure that I got some that's not just chocolate, so that's why I got a trolley one. It's worth noting that I'm not going to be trying all of the different flavors of these gummy crunchers. There's a lot of different flavors. I'm not sure what they are. I'm just gonna have the one. Weird. You know what? I know exactly how to describe these to you. So you got the gummy, you got the crunchers. The inside is the gummy, the outside is the crunchers. It tastes exactly like those strawberry grandma candies. Those things are awesome. I didn't get any of those. I didn't see any at the store. Those are amazing. I actually really liked that. I don't know about the other colors, but for now, I'm gonna rank this red gummy cruncher in between Kit Kat and the Whoppers. All right, now I'm gonna try these trolley sour bites. They just look like jelly beans. It's a jelly bean. I'm not gonna call it sour. In fact, if that last one is supposed to be sour, that wasn't sour either. Bit of false advertising. I don't find jelly beans to be particularly exciting, especially during Halloween. I'm gonna place it in between these two. Still rather eat some of those than the Milk Duds. I just realized we didn't go over the rules for this ranking system. Rule number 1, all of these positions are just my opinion. Rule number 2, my opinion is law. On to the next candy, let's eat a nerd. Nerds. All right, I've tasted both nerds and here's what I've found. I love nerds. Seriously, strawberry nerds are seriously delicious. I'm gonna give them the number 2 spot. As for gotta have grape, I find grape candy to be very medicinal and a bottom tier flavor. Last place. I don't really mind when the two are mixed together. I can't really taste the grape so much, but on their own, no thank you. Okay, let's get the lemon head over. I don't wanna do the lemon head. This had to be the only lemon head in this entire pack, by the way. There are a bunch of yellow, trolley, crunchy, grummy gripes, but I really had to dig around for the lemon head. As it should be. Who wants these things? You guys remember the lemon head? Lemon head? Is he still around? Always surprises me how sticky they are on the outside. Kind of weird, but they do look like a lemon. You know, I was just giving it the business, but this isn't too bad. I feel like I remember lemon heads being aggressively lemony, but this is pleasant lemony. It's like hard, but also soft and chewy on the outside. Like it's soft and chewy and there's a harder core. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of spooky. Lucky for me, I was able to dig out the only other lemon head in this giant pack. I was ready to put this last place, but you know what? I'm actually gonna put it behind the nerds. I really like the trolley sour grummy grunchers, but I'd rather have one of those strawberry candies. So for that reason, I'm gonna put the lemon head above it. Okay, we got 2 rock stars coming up. Sweet Tarts Mini Chewy and Trolley Sour Bright Crawlers Mini. These candies have too many subtitles. Too many subtitles, guys. All right, let's go with Sweet Tart Mini Chewy. These guys are great. They got a hard candy outside and a soft, chewy inside. The inside is a lot like the giant Sweet Tart Chews. Oh man. I love these things. The outside shell isn't even as hard as I thought. It's definitely just a chewy, sweet tart experience, very delicious. I know it's going towards the top. I know it's towards the top. The question is it better than a Kit Kat? When I think of a world without Kit Kats, I get a little sad inside, but I think I could live without the Sweet Tart Mini Chews. Second place. Last but not least in this pack are the Trolli Sour Bright Crawlers Minis. Oh my gosh. They actually are like mini gummy worms. I guess I don't know what I expected. They're so cute. The only downside to these are that they're not the full-size gummy worms, honestly. Delicious. Classic Trolli sour gummy worms. Not really sour, but again, they call it sour. And you know, I gotta say, they give you a good amount of mini gummies in this pouch. This is a good deal. Some of these fun-size candies are not very fun. This one's pretty fun. I know I just made a big deal about the Sweet Tarts Chewy, but I gotta put the Trolli Sour Brights in the number 2 spot. Not only is it a generous sized portion of candy, but oh my God, they're just delicious and classic. I'm gonna say classic a lot in this video, classic. I think I'm preaching to the choir. I think most people love these guys. The bigger debate is gonna be which gummy worm is your favorite. The correct answer, of course, is red and yellow. So that's gonna do it for the Trolli and Friends pack. Onwards. What do we got here? Oh, more fruity stuff? Let's take a break on the fruity stuff. What do we got here? Okay, Child's Play Funtastic Tootsie Roll favorites. I feel like Tootsie Roll candies are staple Halloween candies because I never really think about them outside of Halloween. Love me some dots? Can't say that I'm running out to grab some dots in July. Okay, so it looks like in this pack, we've got dots, we've got Tootsie Roll Pops, Tootsie Rolls, and then Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. Am I missing anything? I am not. In fact, their top 3 candies are all just different sizes of Tootsie Rolls. I'm just gonna be going with the snack bar because again, for some reason, this just feels the most Halloween-y. I really associate this weird shape of Tootsie Roll with Halloween. This spooky shape. Well, I kind of remember this looking a bit different. I guess I thought it was divided up into 3 sections. You can kind of see that maybe it was divided up into sections, but it just got smushed. Can't say it looks great. I find Tootsie Rolls to be okay. I'm not really sure what a Tootsie Roll is. It's like a chocolate, chewy snack. It's got kind of like a soft caramel consistency, but I think it's just chocolate. Like a chocolate substance that sticks to your teeth. While I do find them very Halloween-y, I'm gonna rank them, I don't know. I'm gonna rank them just above the Grape Nerds. It's like fine. It's not bad, it's fine. It's fine. I just realized that I didn't hit record for a few minutes, so my words might not match up with my mouth. Bear with me. Now I gotta do these Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. People love these Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. I always avoided them. I can't say that I even recall what they taste like, but I got one of every kind, and I'm gonna give them a taste. I'm assuming they're gonna be just as chewy as a Tootsie Roll, but taste like fruit. This one is Orange Fruit Roll. It just looks, I don't know, chemicals. Well, that's not bad at all. That's way better than a regular Tootsie Roll. This is getting very difficult already, and we have so much candy to go. I'm gonna put these above Lemon Heads. How's that look? Lemon Fruit Roll. I can kind of imagine where this one's going to end up. Once again, doesn't look very appetizing. Well, that was weird. Worse than Tootsie Roll. I don't even know that tasted like lemon to me. Like Lemon Head, it's like you're sucking a lemon. That was weird. Like chewing some cleaning product weird. Didn't like that. Lime Fruit Roll. This one looks kind of cool. It looks very Laffy Taffy. I mean, I know it's just as chemically looking as the orange one, but for some reason, I don't know. That shade of orange is pretty cool. Green. This is green. That one's not bad. I'm not really into lime outside of lime Skittles. This one is not bad. I'd rather have this than a jelly bean, I think. Cherry fruit roll. This one, I love cherry, so this could be a game changer. This one's good. I like this one. It's really weird. I don't know why I avoided these so much, because they are just kind of like a different fruit snack. It's just a fruit snack with the consistency of a Tootsie Roll, and they're pretty good. I'm gonna put that one right beneath the nerds. This one is vanilla. I was kind of hoping it was like a blueberry or something, but it's vanilla in a blue wrapper. Looks like a mozzarella stick. Unimpressed. I guess it tastes like vanilla. It's just kind of weird. It's like the taste lingers in the back of my mouth. Nah. I'm gonna say this one's, I'm gonna rank these below the lemon. Tootsie Roll Pop. Obviously I can't get all the way to the center to this today. Initially thought I was gonna eat all of a candy if I enjoyed it, but I'm really pacing myself. I got a lot of candy to taste. I just realized that I didn't hit record for a few minutes, so my words might not match up with my mouth. Bear with me. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, the quality control on some of these candies are, it's not good. The only reason I'm gonna put this in my mouth is because it's from a trustworthy company like Tootsie Roll. I didn't get the archer shooting the star. I remember the idea that if you got the man shooting the star on your Tootsie Roll wrapper, you could exchange it for a free Tootsie Roll. Now, I don't know if that ever happened, I just knew of the idea. Where were you supposed to get this Tootsie Roll? Do you take the wrapper to the store? Do the people at every grocery store know to give you a free Tootsie Roll if you have the man shooting the star? Am I supposed to mail it in to Tootsie Roll Inc.? If you or someone you love ever exchanged a Tootsie Roll Pop wrapper for a Tootsie Roll Pop, let me know in the comments how that went. Was it a smooth transaction? Would you do it again? Let me know. As for the taste, it's pretty much exactly like I remember it. I love the cherry flavor. I would say Tootsie Roll Pop's biggest downfall is that they're not bomb pops. No, wait. Blow pops. Blow pops are the superior version to Tootsie Roll Pops where the center is gum. Way better. I don't think I have any of those today. As for where it ranks on my list, I'm going to place them below the Fruit Chew lime flavor. Pretty good. Don't hate it. Would love to eat it. Wouldn't go out of my way for it. Finally, we got Dots, assorted fruit flavored gumdrops. Dots are chewy. That's the best way to describe them. They're chewy and they have a slight flavor. I kind of like Dots. These things will get into every crevasse in your tooth. They get everywhere, but they are delicious. I just remembered I singled out the lime Skittle as one of my only favorite lime things. I also really love the lime Dot. It's better than the Tootsie Roll Fruit Chew Lime for sure. In fact, I'm gonna place them in front of all of the Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. I love a good Dot. I don't mind admitting that Dots probably has a nostalgia factor that gives it some extra points, but that's just how it works sometimes. All right, let's take a look at our list so far. We've got Kit Kat, Trolli, Sour Bright Crawlers, Minis, Sweet Tart Mini Chewy, Nerds Seriously Strawberry, Dots, Fruit Chew Dot, Strawberry Orange, Lemonhead, Trolli, Sour Crunchers, Red, Whoppers, Troot Frues. It's too hard to keep up. You can see what the candy is before I can actually say what it is. All right, we have so much candy left to go. Too much, probably. Onwards. Skittles, Sour Skittles, Starburst Minis, and Starburst Fave Reds. 95 pieces. I like this bag. It's like a witch grabbing her cauldron of candy, or maybe that's her trick-or-treat bag. I don't like this bag, actually. Now let's start with original Skittles. If you have followed me for a decent amount of time, especially on Twitter, you know that I have a beef with original Skittles. Because they're not original Skittles. They actually changed the lime Skittle to green apple a while back and kept original in the title. It drives me crazy. I love Skittles. Lime was my favorite Skittle, and I find green apple to be overpowering. Part of the joys of Skittles was taking a handful and popping them back in your mouth, and the flavors would go together. Now I just kind of end up tasting green apple. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this one right here. Do this. I still love Skittles. I can be mad at Skittles, but I can't hate Skittles. The thing is, wild berry and tropical Skittles are better mixes than the original. This one's okay. Could be good if they would add the lime back in. But for now, I'm kind of protesting, so I'm gonna stick it further down in my list than I would otherwise. Still ends up being pretty high, actually. I'm gonna put it, if this was tropical or wild berry, we'd be talking this situation, but for now, I'll leave it at 4. Starburst Minis are super weird, and I love them. Even though it's called Starburst Mini, I mean, this thing is really nothing like a regular Starburst. Like, some of the mini versions of candies are just shrunken down versions of the original candy. This is something weird and different. They're a lot softer and squishier than a regular Starburst. And they taste so weird. I don't know what it is about them, and they just don't taste like Starburst at all. It's almost like if a Sweet Tarts Mini Chewy crossed over with the Starburst. It's almost like in between those two. It's just not a Starburst. It's very not a Starburst. It should be like its own separate candy called a Fruity Chew Square. I'm gonna put these below the Skittles. It's close. I wanna put them above the Skittles, and if this was a Starburst Minis Fave Reds pack, they would be above the Skittles. You know what? I'm gonna put them above the Skittles. I'm having a lot of last minute impulse decisions here, but I like the Starburst Minis, and I'm really upset about that green apple, so suck it, Skittles. Here we go with Starburst Fave Reds. This is a blend of Starburst, which only has red colored Starburst, my favorite kind. Well, not red exactly. They got reds, they got pinks, you know how it goes. I mean, the wrapper itself is pink and not red. It should be Fave Pinks. I'm just gonna eat one of these. I got 2 different flavors, but I know they're both gonna be awesome. When it comes to these fruity candies, I trend towards the reds. I like these flavor packs that only come out with the red flavored candies, because that's typically what I like. So you could say that Starburst Fave Reds is a collection of my Fave Red Starbursts. I guess that's why they didn't call it Fave Pink. This one's actually gonna knock Mini Chewy down. I'm gonna put those right behind those Trolley Sour Bright gummies. I really love those gummy worms. Now it's time for Sour Skittles. I don't even wanna eat these. It's not that I don't like Sour Skittles, but I feel like it's just gonna wreck my mouth for the rest of the day. Honestly, these things look toxic. They're covered with the sour candy coating, whatever that's called, and it looks so aggressive. Nah, they're not even that sour. That's the thing. I feel like I'm a baby when it comes to sour stuff, and this is not that sour. I used to take Warheads and wash off the sour coating so I could still enjoy the candy. This is not that sour, but it still has that sour aftertaste that it feels like there's gunk in the back of my throat. Like I got sour Skittle gunk back there. They're not bad. Not saying they're bad, but for me, these are going down here somewhere. Nah, I guess I'll put them above the Lemon Heads. Lemon Heads are kind of sour. I think I'd rather eat some sour Skittles, but only barely. We're flying now. I think I'm gonna run out of table space, but for now, we're cruising along. Let's go ahead and get the next bag out. It's, geez, 128 pieces. We got Jolly Rancher sticks, we got Twizzlers, and then 2 candies we've already tried before. It smells strange opening it up. It smells very medicinal. Oh my God, it just smells like cherry cough syrup. Fun. All right, this mix looks pretty lame. If I got candy from this mix, I would be a sad boy indeed. We have a bit better of an idea of where the Whoppers and Milk Duds are ending up. They're definitely ending up on the sad end of the spectrum here. We got regular Twizzler Twists, Twizzler Twists rainbows in various colors. And then we got the Pull and Peel Twizzlers. There is something to be said about candy that is subtly flavored. Twizzlers are pretty faintly flavored. You have a little bit of that cherry aftertaste, but mostly it just kind of seems like you're chewing on the bottom of a cherry flavored chew. I think I'd rather eat Milk Duds, honestly. Not a fan of the Twizzlers. As if one color wasn't enough, they said, hey, here's more. I'm just gonna go for the first one here. It's yellow. It looks like a macaroni and cheese. It smells like lemon, I guess. I'm gonna give another color a chance. That was really bad. This one's like eating an orange peel. No, thank you. Twizzler Rainbow Twists are, they're only gonna beat out Nerd's Grape. Only because grape is the worst flavor. That's the only reason. Now I got some hope for the Twizzlers Pull and Peel. These are not really Twizzlers. It's like Twizzler brand, but it doesn't taste the same and you can pull and peel. Not like that. See, these are way better. These taste way more like cherry, little medicinal, not too bad, and you get to peel it. I really like the delivery size, the mouth delivery size of these. Smaller, manageable, and fun? Can the size of a candy be fun? I guess it can. It's fun. I still like the pull and peels. I remember liking them. Turns out I still like them. They're gonna go above the dots. Now it's time for Jolly Rancher Hard Candy. Is this literally just a Jolly Rancher flattened out? This is a terrible idea. Who thought this one up? So this is a Jolly Rancher. If you're unfamiliar, I would say that it's a candy known for being pretty sticky, but pretty good, very tart. I don't know how you're supposed to eat this. This is too big to just pop in your mouth. Am I just supposed to hold on to the wrapper while I lick it? Or what? I don't want to hold on to that. This is the worst idea. This is a terrible idea. You can get about the same amount of Jolly Rancher in a regular sized Jolly Rancher, and you wouldn't have to hold on to it. It tastes fine. I mean, Jolly Ranchers aren't my favorite, but they're pretty good. But there's absolutely no reason these things should be delivered in a stick form. I don't get it. And for that sheer stupidity alone, it's gonna go just above the Rainbow Twizzlers. Nothing really wrong with the taste if you like Jolly Ranchers, but I don't know. I don't know why you would get them. I don't get it. We're taking another quick look at the standings, just gonna fly by so we can see where we stand. A lot of fruity candies have been tasted. I'm assuming that means we're gonna get some chocolate here in the future bags. What do you think? Where's my list stacking up with yours? Let me know, or wait until I'm done and let me know at the end. All right, on we go. I was really looking forward to working today. It's like, oh yeah, I get to eat a bunch of candy. Now it's kind of feeling like, oh no, I have to eat a bunch of candy. We'll probably start getting more repeats though, so surely we're on the down slope. Oh my God, it's more fruity candy. I don't really know why I got this. This is just Nerds and Laffy Taffy. And I already ranked the nerds. Since it's mixed berry, it means it doesn't have my favorite flavor of Laffy Taffy, which is banana. These are strawberry and cherry. I'm gonna go with the strawberry. They've definitely changed their wrapper since last I had a taffy. Laffy Taffies kind of look scary. They look a lot like the Tootsie Roll fruit chews. In fact, is that what they are? Are the Tootsie Roll fruit chews a taffy? Are Tootsie Rolls taffy? Can chocolate be taffy? I don't know. Well, my love for Laffy Taffy has definitely faded throughout the years, that's for sure. It's okay, it's fine. It's a strawberry candy, that's fine. Strawberry candies are all gonna taste similar, but they're not gonna be the exact same. This is not my favorite strawberry flavor, though it is a favorite flavor of mine overall. I'm gonna taste the cherry fruit chew real quick, just because I need a refresh. As I thought, I'm gonna rank the Laffy Taffy a little bit better than the Tootsie Roll fruit chews. I like the strawberry flavor of that a little bit better. Still not my favorite, not on the level of Starburst, so middle of the road. And that's it for this entire pack. I'm not gonna rate nerds again. There was no reason for me to get that. I could've just bought a Laffy Taffy. Oh, kinda forgot that I got this. It's Fun Dip. This almost feels like it's cheating because it's multiple candies. It's Pixie Sticks and a sugar stick. This pack here comes with Cherry Yum Diddly Dip and Raz Apple Magic Dip. If I remember correctly, this is the dip that turns from blue to green or from green to blue. I don't really remember. We're gonna find out though, because obviously I have to go with the blue, though I'm gonna rank them together. The company that makes this is Lickmade. Never heard of them. For some reason I thought they were a Wonka candy. I guess because of the names, like Cherry Yum Diddly Dip sounds very Wonka to me, but okay. So to eat a Fun Dip, you first take the white sugar stick out of the pouch and soil it with your mouth? That's probably a better way I could have said that. Then you take the moist stick and dunk it into the powder, and the powder sticks to the stick, letting you then stick the stick in your mouth. For the record, this powder does change from blue to green, and it is delicious. When they came up with Fun Dip, they basically invented a way to use sugar to eat sugar. It is great, depending on your definition of great. Eating Fun Dip is a whole experience. Once you're done, you get to eat the actual sugar stick that you used. That's my favorite part. Kind of reminds me of those candy cigarettes a bit. Fun to eat, exciting to receive. Fun Dip is a top tier Halloween candy. In fact, it is going to be the first candy, possibly the only candy, to place ahead of the Kit Kat. I love a good Kit Kat, but man, nothing beats getting a nice Fun Dip in your Halloween candy bucket. You know, we are actually getting there, guys. We are down to the last Target bag of candy, so hopefully wrapping up soon. I think this is the only pack of just one type of candy that I got. It is Kit Kat Pumpkin Pie. Now, I will say that this seems like it's more fall than Halloween themed because they also have Halloween Kit Kats, but those aren't pumpkin pie flavored, they're just orange Kit Kats. I like their wrapping. It's like a pumpkin on the front and like a football field on the back. That's aggressive. I guess I was expecting like a faint outside flavor, but that is a very intense pumpkin pie flavor. Is that cinnamon in there? Am I tasting cinnamon? I guess now's a bad time to say that I'm not crazy about pumpkin pie. It was okay. I like some like pumpkin spice stuff. I like, you know, some occasional pumpkin. I'm not crazy about this. It's definitely not as good as a regular Kit Kat for me. I'm gonna put this near the middle. Right here in the middle is kind of where I'm saying not so good. Don't mind seeing in my Halloween bag. I'm not crazy about the taste, but it is a fun fall Halloween experience, and experience counts. The experience of eating the candy counts. I'm gonna put them in between the orange Tootsie Roll and the sour Skittles. It's okay, not my favorite. Moving on, we got Reese's. Oh, we got Reese's. I asked my stream chat a little while back what their favorite Halloween candy was, just to kind of gauge reactions, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups topped the list. People love their Reese's. Reese's? The only special thing about these Reese's Cups is that their packaging glows in the dark, and they're really bragging about it. It's all over the cover of the bag, and then it's also all over the wrapper. It's telling you to charge it under a light, but don't you kind of risk heating up the chocolate if you're putting it under a lamp or something? I don't know that that's a good idea.
I guess it's glowing a little bit.
I mean, Reese's Cups are timeless. There's a reason people say they like them so much. It's because they're freaking delicious. I don't know about you guys, but I like to eat my Reese's into a crescent moon type shape. I like to make that my last bite. I think that's the best distribution of chocolate to peanut butter in the entire cup. It's not a cookie. This is one of those candies that I can just shove in my mouth over and over. Give me those Reese's, man. I'll go through the whole bag without even noticing it. It is up here in the top tier, no doubt. Is it better than a Kit Kat? Yeah, it's better than a Kit Kat. Is it better than a Fun Dip? I'm gonna say no. And here's why. I love Reese's. Everybody loves Reese's, but I don't necessarily associate Reese's with Halloween. I'm trying to do candies that I would want to see in my Halloween bucket, and Fun Dip is just such a fun experience, so special, and again, I feel like I only ever got Fun Dips on Halloween. Maybe Valentine's Day, but mostly Halloween. So I really associate it with this holiday. Reese's I more associate with Christmas, with their Reese's trees or whatever, so I'm gonna give it second place. Nothing to be sad about though, second place is still a delicious place. Mars chocolate favorites, 90 pieces. We got M&M's, Twix, Starburst, and Snickers. Early in the video, I think I complained a bit about how they didn't mix the fruit candies and the chocolate candies, but now that I see them together, it's really weird to mix the two. Even though there's wrappers separating them, I feel like the Starburst is gonna be chocolatey and weird. I don't know. I don't really like M&M's. I think this is the first time I've eaten an M&M and said that, but not my favorite. They're just so boring. Can you be so iconic that you've become boring? I'm gonna say they're in the neighborhood of these Trolley Sour Bites. I'm gonna rate them under Trolley Sour. I just don't care. It's not that they're bad. It's not that I revolt at their taste. It's just that they don't excite me. They're very boring. There's so many different exciting candies, not only here on this table, but out in the world, and you're gonna give me an M&M? I'd rather have raisins. Actually, I should have got raisins because it probably would have made some of you mad how high they'd rank up here. I loved getting those mini boxes of raisins in my trick-or-treat bag. It's a great position to be in because nobody wanted the raisins, so I got all the raisins. It was great. I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends. Okay, so what is a Snickers? I get Snickers and Milky Way confused. How does it not say what it is? The wrapper and the bag just kind of assumes you know what a Snickers is. It's chocolate on the outside, nougat on the bottom, and then the top is like caramel and peanuts, I think. A little bit too much nougat. Not terrible. I'm gonna rank them a little bit higher than you might expect, but that's because frozen Snickers are really good. If I got these in my trick-or-treat bag, I'd lump them all together, chuck them in the freezer. You don't want to bite into them too hard, but man, they are tasty. I'm gonna slide this guy in between Dots and Laffy Taffy. Now we got Twix. It's all in the mix. They really should not have stopped that ad campaign. They're doing this whole like left Twix, right Twix thing. You should have just stuck with all in the mix. It's all in the mix. I quite like a Twix. Chocolate, cookie, caramel, can't go wrong. But where does it go? Where do you go? I shall rank these in between Starburst Minis and Sweet Tart Mini Chews. Pretty high up there. I like Twix. I feel like I'm cruising now. We only got a couple bags left. Oh. Candy corn. I'm gonna let you know here and now, these candy corns are only here out of obligation. This is arguably the most Halloween candy of candies. So of course, I gotta feature them. And this is one of those candies that you either love or you do not love. Like, what is it supposed to be? What's that flavor supposed to be? Is it like vanilla, honey? It's not corn. Candy corn is probably the worst kind of corn. I'll be honest. Cream corn, canned corn, corn on the cob, corn rose. Candy corn is below all of those. I don't like it. It's a waxy traffic cone of a taste that I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Like I said, this is probably the most Halloween of candies that we're gonna look at today, but it is going way down here. Do not like. I'm gonna put the candy corn between the Jolly Rancher hard candy and the vanilla fruit chew, which I just realized makes no sense because I'm pretty sure vanilla is not a fruit. I don't like the candy corn. Don't make me eat it. I don't wanna eat it. Okay, this one's gonna be easy for me. I actually have had this mix of candy in my candy bowl downstairs for a while. So first up there's white chocolate Reese's peanut butter ghosts. Scory. I guess it's not white chocolate, it's white creme. These are all right. They're not as good as a regular Reese's, but they get some points for being spooky. I'm gonna stick them in here with the Twix, a little bit better than a Twix. Next is the Reese's Pumpkin, and I'm pretty sure I gave regular Reese's a bit of flack for not being a Halloween candy. So here's a Halloween version of the candy, and it's okay. The problem here is it doesn't have the cup part of the Reese's cup. That rim with the ridges is really good. This candy doesn't have that, so while it is more Halloween-y, I think I'd rather get the miniature cups because you still get that outer ridge. I'm actually just gonna stick these down here with the white chocolate Reese's a little bit above. I am running out of room. Hershey's milk chocolate. It's plain. It's boring. There's a tombstone on it. I don't really care. Like its cousin, the M&M, it is losing points for being uninteresting. I don't want a plain Hershey's chocolate. Get down there with M&Ms. Now, Hershey's cookies and cream, well, now we're talking. I used to love these things. I mean, I still love these things, but they used to be my jam. It's like a white chocolate or a white cream outside with a bunch of little cookie bits in the middle. Super tasty. I used to get them all the time. They're gonna go above the pumpkin. Feels a little weird putting it above Reese's Cups, but remember that the real Reese's Cup is all the way at number 2 right now, so don't hate me too much. Now we got the York Peppermint Patty. It says it's pumpkin shaped. I mean, pumpkin shaped is debatable. I guess there's a stem up at the top, but I mean, it's just an oval. If anything, it looks more like a face, like that's the ear over there. I don't know, I don't see pumpkin. I do love a good peppermint patty though. Dark chocolate covering a fluffy peppermint center, and it should rank higher on this list, I think. If for no other reason, then it's the only mint candy that we have so far. And I really like chocolate and mint together. That said, when you're eating a big bag of candy, you can't eat the mint candies until the end unless you want that mint flavor hanging around. So I can't say that it's what I exactly grab for in a bag of candy. I'm gonna put this one in between Starburst Mini and Skittles Original. I think I'd rather get Starburst Mini, but you know, I still love the York. I'm running out of room. I'm gonna take a moment to readjust the table. Don't really know why I thought I'd be able to fit all this candy on this table, but I sure did. I literally bought a bag of just Skittles. I got overwhelmed by the choices and didn't use my... How did I not notice that Skittles was already in another pack? Ridiculous. Well, that failure brings us to our final bag of candy. Lucky for us, it's 4 that we haven't tried yet. 100 Grand, Crunch, Baby Ruth, and Butterfinger. Now just a reminder, I didn't get to every candy. I didn't even get to my favorite candy, I don't think. If I was smart, I would have picked up some Take 5 so I could rank them on here because that would have made this situation a little more interesting, but I didn't do that. Is this Butterfinger already open? This Butterfinger's already open. Children, be careful out there. Don't eat any candies that are already opened. Let's start with the Butterfinger. Polarizing opinions on Butterfinger. I feel like people are pretty divided. I love Butterfinger. It's chocolate on the outside, peanut butter on the inside. I don't know what the inside is. It's like peanut brittle or something. And as you chew it, it condenses into this hard, peanut buttery substance on the back of your teeth. It sounds terrible. I love it. They recently changed the Butterfinger recipe. Someone else now owns Butterfinger, and they're using different ingredients to make it. I don't see anything on here saying new Butterfinger. I'm assuming it's the new recipe. I don't know though. I have had both. I've had the new recipe, and I gotta say I prefer the new recipe. It's a little bit softer and doesn't stick to your teeth quite as much. I'm gonna take a guess that this is the new recipe of Butterfinger, but it's hard to tell because I still taste the peppermint from the York patty. Butterfingers are gonna be up here for me. I really like Butterfingers. It's probably gonna be above the Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. 100 Grand. I feel like this is a bit of a forgotten candy bar. Can't say that I hear many people talking about how much they love 100 Grands, but they're pretty good. So chewy. Oh, well, it says right here, chewy caramel. So if you don't know, this is a milk chocolate coated bar with chewy caramel in the middle and crispy crunchies on the outside. Out of all the bars, this is probably one with the coolest cross section. It just looks really neat. It tastes kind of like a cross between a Crunch bar and a Rolo. They're pretty good. I feel like sometimes if I have to chew caramel a lot, it just makes me think cavities. But that could just be part of growing old, who knows. 100 Grand is gonna go beneath Seriously Strawberry Nerds, but above Twizzlers Pull and Peel. Baby Ruth, I don't like a Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth tastes like the past. It just tastes like a candy bar that's past its time. Maybe Baby Ruth was once the biggest candy bar in town. But for me now, I just don't care. Snooze fest. Also, I'm not a fan of the nougat or whatever the center of it is. I'm pretty sure it's nougat, and I'm not really into it. This one's going down here. The more candies we get, the harder it gets to place specifically. I feel like we've got 3 zones. The really good zone, the pretty good zone, and the meh. This one's going in the meh zone, but I don't really care. Like, I don't care about any of these candies, so I don't really care where it ranks. I'll put it just below Tootsie Rolls. I feel like I'd eat a Tootsie Roll before I'd eat a Baby Ruth, but I'd eat a Baby Ruth before I'd eat that lemon chew again. It's fitting that we finish on a Crunch bar. This used to be my favorite candy bar. It's just milk chocolate and crispy crunchies. What's more to say? It crunches. When it comes to crunch, I think of getting these fun-size versions in Halloween candy, and then I think of getting the fun-size versions in the Lunchable. I don't so much think about getting them at the store or something. I can't remember the last time I did that. But I love a crunch. Good crunch. I'm gonna have to rank it up here with these A-tier candies. I'm gonna say that it falls beneath the white chocolate Reese's, but above the I'm gonna put it beneath the Twix. I'm sorry, Crunch. I'm gonna put it beneath the Starburst Minis as well. That's where it belongs. I get more excited for those Starburst Minis, but I like a good crunch. I like a good crunch. And there we go, I finished. I have ranked all of these candies. 43? I think I have ranked 43 candies for you today, starting at the top here with Fun Dip and going all the way down to the bottom with Gotta Have Grape Nerds. I'm surprised. I didn't think that Nerds would rank so low, but I really don't like grape. I feel like if I had gotten more grape-flavored things, some grape-flavored lollipops or something, it would have been joined with other grape-flavored candies, but as it stands, that was the only grape one I got, so it gets last place. So what do you think? How did I do? How would you grade my list? I'm very interested to know what your list would be. If you'd like to rank all of these candies yourself, feel free to do that and let me know. But also feel free to just maybe let me know which of my decisions didn't make so much sense to you, because that's what's interesting, right? Which of my decisions seemed so could you believe that I put Butterfinger that high, really? Now you're probably wondering what I'm gonna do with this giant pile of candy to my left over here. Well, that's pretty simple. Halloween is coming up, so I'll be handing out these candies to the children, and I already have this handy guide so I know which candies to filter out and save for myself, and which candy I want to give to the good children of my neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope you have a very spooky Halloween. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you have a very spooky Halloween this year. Thanks so much for watching. There's a bird that's screeching every time I... Shut up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh my God. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. One of those is gonna have to do.